Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing great. Right now, I'm currently on the Paul R. Tregurtha. The cool kids call it the PRT for short. Don't know what the Paul R. Tregurtha is? She is a gigantic boat on the Great Lakes, over 1,000 feet long. And right now, we are in Superior, Wisconsin, loading a bunch of coal. So right here behind me, this rig is dumping a bunch of coal into this hatch opening right here. So this is a hatch opening right behind me, and this is what we dump our cargo into. So this rig, dumping cargo, and then this hatch hold. So already just loading coal for a couple times, I've learned a lot. I want to share with you guys what I've learned. So the very first thing about loading any boat is you want to make sure that the cargo you're putting in is clean and pure. So if we put in cargo that's corrupted, that's contaminated, that's no good, we can't give the cargo back. It's not like, hey doc, you just gave us a bunch of bad cargo, take it back. No, we're stuck with this cargo. And the run that we're gonna make to deliver it's gonna be meaningless because it's bad cargo. Secondly, let's say that we load our cargo successfully and it's clean cargo, it's not over yet. We have to guard our cargo. We have to guard our coal in this case. So right behind me, you see this? This is a hatch cover. So when we're done loading, we're gonna put this hatch cover right on top of this hatch hold right behind me. So the reason we put the hatch covers on is to protect the cargo from the elements like the sea, the rain, the snow, anything. Because if it starts to rain or we hit rough seas and this is open, it's gonna flood, ruin the cargo, if not flood our ship and ruin it. So what I've learned, it ties into this awesome verse in the Bible called Proverbs 4:23. It says this: above all else, guard your heart, for it's a wellspring of life. So us as Christians, we're like a vessel for Christ, a vessel for Christ. So what we put into our life is going to reflect how we love God. It's going to reflect how we represent God. So if we're doing things that God doesn't want us to do, if we're putting in those things that we know that will break God's heart, it's going to be no good. And our lives are going to be meaningless because God, He's given us all gifts and abilities. He's given us cargo to deliver. And when we put in bad cargo that's not intended to be in our hearts, it's a waste. Secondly, we might think that we're on an awesome path, that we're solid with God, that we're not going to make any mistakes, we're not going to slip, meaning like we won't hit rough seas, so we don't need to put the hatch covers on. Wrong. You have to always guard your heart. Remember, above all else, guard your heart. Above all else, it says, guard your heart. So just remember, loading coal or loading anything in the boat, you got to make sure it's clean, and you got to make sure you protect it once it's loaded. Just like us as Christians, we got to make sure what we put into our hearts is clean, and we want to make sure what's in our heart stays clean. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed. Peace.